Guido, mate, how are ya? I'm great, doing great. Just out on the boat. Yeah, what are you up to? With the fam. Oh, how are they? Yeah, mate, be great to see you guys. Yeah, oh, I'm actually just down the road, I'll pick you up. How many of you? Oh, all 10? Actually, as a matter of fact, bring them along. Let's do this. Can any of you relate to that problem? That is like got to be one of the most common, not frustrations, but scenarios I feel like I've been in over the years. Beautiful day, plenty of friends, your mate wants to bring his close friends or extended family, and you're stuck. You're like, I'd love you guys to come along, but I just actually haven't got the space. And how many of you boating friends just don't understand? They think you're being a bad mate. But on the Greenline NEO, you're not. Because you can, because check this out. This is like the biggest day boat imaginable. A day boat with the facilities of a big boat and some overnight capacity. So I'm excited to show you this boat. My name's Dan Jones. Welcome to the Boat Brokerage, and I'm gonna give you a walkthrough, starting at the back of the boat. This is a 2019 model. She's, if any of you have seen any of my other Greenline videos in the past, you'll note that they're all inboard shaft drive boats, and they are optional with hybrid. So the NEO, which is what we're looking at today, is their first go at a sports boat. And geez, they did a good job. It was designed to be fitted up with outboards and optional electric torpedo motors, and there is at least one of them running around the Med, which is super cool, but not our vibe in Australia. I have just taken this for a drive, so we're going to cut to the test drive element of video a little bit later, and it's a super high performing boat. But what they have done in the Greenline NEO, in 36 foot of boat, they have used the full beam of this thing to just give you an absolutely ginormous day boat with weather protection, wraparound glass, bow rider up the front for lots of people, a little lounge area that converts into a double below, and a toilet and shower. So it doesn't stop just there. I don't know if you can see that, I hope you can, but we've got the full solar setup on the roof, which you would expect from a Greenline. So any of your woke friends, you know, you can just tell them this thing runs electrically, but it obviously doesn't, but hey, might keep your mate's wife happy. And that solar panel charges up a huge battery bank and gives us 240 volt electricity. So that 240 volt runs the electric cooking, any of your 240 volt systems, and then we have everything else available to us pretty much at all times. So we're not stressing about power consumption. The other super neat thing on this boat, which was never done because it was a brand new piece of technology at the time, designed by the guys at J&J, is this vertically operating hydraulic drop-down swim platform. So this is neat. So this means we have just negated one of the most common sort of like negative points that people put towards outboard engines. Oh, what about my transom? You know, I want to put my feet in the water. I want to hang out at the back of the boat. Whereas I'm just going to try and get into shot so you can get some perspective. On this one, you absolutely can. So this will electrically, hydraulically lower down into the water, so it can hold small tenders, those electric little jet ski things, not jet skis, the things that you pull yourself through the water with. I can't remember the name. So it's got a moderate weight carrying capacity, but it's really ideal for just lowering in the water, hanging out on a hot day. It acts as a stabilizer as well, so if you are in a little bit of a wavy area like I am today with the boats going by, this drops down and stabilizes the boat. So it just becomes the party platform. You've got a couple of stairs that deploy on the port side, and then when you are driving, as I have now, you raise it a little bit higher than the I'm just going to change this thing with jig so you can see. You raise it a little bit higher than the deck level, and that allows the engines to trim all the way up and out of the water and have full range of movement, which is just a really sensible solution, and it's good sort of thinking. I just love it when we see good boat design. So anyway, these two little grey things, that's part of the unit itself. It's quite sturdy and voluminous, I suppose you should say, the hydraulics inside there. We've got shore power connection just here, stainless steel pop-up cleats. This one's been fitted with the twin Mercury 300 naturally aspirated V8s. Now you could do twin 225s and lower horsepowers, and it would get along just fine with those, but this is Australia, we like our big motors, and this thing cruises at 30 knots, so check out the test drive when we get to that. We've got our shower just there. That is still available in hot because it can heat up off the electricity thanks to the solar. Now as we enter the cockpit here, you have space for 10 people. Like, this is huge. I'm going to jump on those seats in a second to give you a bit of a feel for it, but as we come through, we've got a closing stern gate. There's a manual bilge pump just there. This is the operation just here of the drop down platform. This aft bench seat slides forward and aft so it can turn into a sun lounge, and you can set the different backrest settings. And so if you want to slide all the way forward, that then gives you enough space to trim the motors up and out of the water at the end of the day. So you've got that simplicity of maintenance with the outboards, and that allows you to do that in the 36 feet of boat that we have available to us. Underneath, you do have, it's all full of storage, so got all our safety gear in this one. You've got a little empty space under here. That's actually a good place for shoes. So when people get on board for the day and they all take their shoes off, I like to tell them to throw it there. We have this hatch. Actually, I'll come back to that hatch. That's opening. We've got two large deck hatches, which is just awesome for storage. But let's just go through the rest of the cockpit first. I'm just going to try and do this slowly so you can soak it all in. In the middle here is our Barbie station. So this should be a slide out bin. So there's your rubbish and recycling, just slides out there, and that just a twist to close. The electric Barbie, there you go. So that's a decent sized Kenyan. Electric Barbie just there, and then we've got a hot and cold sink, stainless steel just here. And then if we come out on the other side, and what's cool, because these flip over, they're strong enough to act as a work or a surface, a serving station. So you can just open that up and just put, bits and pieces there as you're prepping lunch. So that's nice. And on this side is the fridge, one of the fridges, I should say. So that's got a little freezer drawer, and then you can put stand-up bottles just in there. This table, so I've got one side out, so they've got these supports underneath, and so this will double in size, as you see here. So you'll get 4+ people, no worries, for lunch just there. And I'm just going to give you a sense of the space by jumping into the shot there. So, okay, actually, let's do this properly. So, 1, 2, 3, that's a nice seat, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if you're skinny, 10, still going, 11, 12 people sitting down for lunch. Like, you can still have someone standing here operating the Barbie and sort of being the king or the queen of your social setup. So this is awesome. So there's that. We'll just keep going. We'll finish off. There's a lot to talk about. This table drops down. So you do undo the little locky things. This drops down. I'm pretty sure there's a cushion that goes over that, and it turns into a bit of a day bed. But here is fridge number 2. So that's just a drawer fridge. So you do cans, you lie down your bottles on that one. And underneath all these seats along here, storage. So deep storage. You can see I've actually got all my bags, my filming equipment in there, but storage all the way along. Speakers. We saw the other speaker just there. And moving our way across, we've got this nice fiberglass finish, but in the middle, it's got like a leather look kind of finish. We've got some strip lighting and some down lighting. So of an evening, the mood in here can change depending on which lights you turn on to get a little bit of mood lighting action going on, or illuminate the whole area if you're cooking. Now, coming forward, I haven't even spoken about it just yet, but this is fake teak, but it looks like the real stuff, and it's great. So low on the maintenance, great on the looks, awesome on the grip underfoot. So this is good stuff and great to go with. A little bit of a design feature through here. That doesn't actually have any practical function because if you were rolling, your drinks would fall over, but I suppose if you were at rest, it might be okay. Another stereo speaker here, a little side opening window just here for ventilation. This area stays really moderate in terms of the temperature. It's quite nice because you always have airflow coming through the passageway and the windows, and the heat load gets knocked down by this hard top roof. So this isn't a boat that you go out on the day or for a long day and come back tired from all the overexposure to the sun and salt. Now, check out this helm. I really like this helm situation. The 3 seats, these will actually fold forward and down. So, as you may have noticed before, my head's kind of knocking here. If you're in a social evening situation, you can actually fold all of these seats flat down like that, so you don't have anything hindering your head just there. It's a little bit more comfortable, and then it also creates a high seat just for people hanging out. So just imagine you and all your mates enjoying a summer's evening here, looking at this view. Like, how good's this? So Fusion stereo just here, another speaker just here, the 3 flip-up bolster seats, which are all decent size, a little bit of storage through here and access to systems, and then all of our engine, navigation and boat systems, which I will cover off in the test drive. So I'm just going to briefly go over this so you can see. The boat's in awesome condition. It's just had its annual service, anti-foul and a polish, and we got all the records. I'm taking you forward through the port opening companionway door here and out into the bow. So this is a bow rider setup, and for size, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, see what I was saying? Like, you are not wanting for space on this boat. If you don't go fast, you could ride with people up here. I certainly wouldn't do it at high speeds because you might be encouraging a little bit of police attention if you do that. But yeah, it's just, at rest, you've got plenty of places to hang. We have fridge number 3 just here. Another drop down, so this will turn into a bed, and this whole bow area can be protected in shade because we've got these little stainless steel slots. Poles go in there. It's got 4 poles, boom, 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 and then you erect this mesh screen thingamajiggy, which provides you with shade. Not too great if you're driving fast, so you do want to just put that one up for lunch. At night time, you can turn this. I can't remember which way these go. Anyway, these are pop-up lights. They go left or right, I'm not sure. And you can illuminate those, and they've just got a nice sort of dim effect in terms of their illumination. And under here is your anchor. So that's all operated from the helm, but this is where it actually is. Nice deep anchor well, 50 metres of gal chain. It's actually a stainless anchor up on the bow, and that's just a quick anchor windlass. And we're on the anchor right now, so I can't actually show you the stainless jobby, but it's there. A couple of drink holders just over here, and there is covers which protect this whole bow area just here. Drains in the floor. And I'm just going to pop up and show you the solar panels. So there you go, 4 photovoltaic solar panels, so they will be pumping in power in direct sun or even on a cloudy day. They just need light to generate power. Okay, now I said I was going to open those hatches, so I'm going to open the rear one. So if you've got kids and you want to store your stand-up paddle boards and all those sorts of bits and pieces, this isn't a bad place to put it. I'm just going to... So, huge big inverter just there, but as you can see, the owner's got some surfboards in here already. And there are some of the batteries in this area. You can see hydraulics. And look at that for an inverter. That's a 5,000 watt inverter. So I'm talking some serious capacity on this thing. Okay. Then moving forward, if you've just got heaps of bags and other bits and pieces, this is where you store them. So we've got fenders, we've got covers, we've got extra safety gear. The water tank, there's it's centrally mounted, is just there, and the storage continues all the way across to the starboard side. So it's quite deep and very voluminous. Is that a word? Voluminous? Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay. Now, overnight options. Hanging out of the sun, just trying to change the pace. Yes, it can be done. Isn't this lovely? I don't know what sort of timber this is. I can't remember. I should know. I sold the thing new. I've been to the factory about 4 or 5 times, but whatever it is, it's nice. This little U-shaped lounge, or it's kind of a V-shape, will convert into a bed. So that table drops down. We've got woolen carpet just here. We've got some strip lighting. We've got some down lighting, a little mirror, and some. The backing here is like a materially kind of backing. It's just got a nice, soft, warm feel to it as you go around. We do have some down lights underneath the timberwork, and over here on this side, all these open as storage. Pretty sure this one opens back here from memory. It does. So you just got all these little areas that pop open to put things. And under the seats, I can't remember. No, not underneath that one. No storage, not under those. But most important thing is the loo. Okay, I've actually got my jacket hanging up there. So we have a hot and cold stand-up shower with the drained area just here. This isn't really an overnighting kind of boat. It's just a massive, capable day boat with the option to overnight. But there's your sink, the loo just there. That seat goes over the loo. Big shower. We've got storage in here. We've got some power, 240 of course, because you're never struggling for power on this boat. There's your loo roll holder and all the other cleaning gear just in there. And then to close, it just operates like that. Finally, this is our panel. So we've got AC and DC, and everything's super simple to understand. And the most important thing, I hope you can see that, your gauge just there showing you how much power you have, which, because we got solar panels, it's pretty much always at 100%. Anyway, I'm going to cut to some of the drone footage throughout this video because this thing is equally as gorgeous from the outside as it is from the inside. But I suppose what's my final comment or my wrap up on this? If you are looking for a big, capable day boat, which has the feeling of a regular sports cruiser or sports yacht in terms of the look, the protection and the capability. And if you want something that's going to be a bit more on the fast side, something that's going to cruise around at 30 knots, get to your destination with real ease, because we've got top speeds over 40 knots on this boat, and entertain Guido and all of his cousins, then here it is, Greenline Neo. I'm Dan Jones, this is the Boat Brokerage. Thanks very much, and I hope to talk to you soon.